All right, so we have this ball that's flying off the cliff, and it's going to land on a spring. The cliff is 7 meters high. The ball is 3 kilograms, the mass of it. The velocity, they say, is 9 meters per second. And the spring has a constant of K. What they really want to know is how much is it compressed. So this is conservation of energy. So we have the energy in the beginning versus the energy final. So in the beginning, we have mgh plus 1/2 times the mass times the velocity squared. And then all of that gets absorbed by the spring, which is 1/2 times kx squared. Does that make sense? So then we really just plug stuff in. So this would be the mass of the object, which would be. So when we were doing this before, we did this one and we did this one, but we didn't, because we got to do both, because it has kinetic energy. It was moving at 9 meters per second, so it had kinetic energy, and then it fell 7 meters. So you got to combine the two. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then this is going to be 3 times 9.8 times 7 plus 1/2 times 3 times 9 squared is equal to 1/2 times 19,000, and we just leave this as x squared. And so then I kind of did this backwards, but that's okay. Usually I'll do the formula, but that's all right. I'm just going to plug these into the calculator and see what we get. So I'm going to say 3 times 9.8 times 7. So this is 205, which we knew that, right? And the other one's like 121 something, I think. Plus this one, which is going to be 1, we'll just do 0.2, 0.5. So 0.5 times 3 times 81. Oh, that's too many eights. 0.5 times 3 times 81. So it's 121.5.
Oh, work.
Equals, what is that, 8,500? Or is it 9,500?
Yeah.
9,500. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, but D is displacement, so we do have displacement.
So 9,500. So I'm going to add these two over on the other side. So 205.8 plus 121.5, 327.3. Divide both sides by 9,500. And then, what's that? 327 divided by 9,500. So I've got point. What was it? 0.0344. That equals x squared. I want just x. So I'm going to take the square root of that. I'm going to raise that to the 1/2, which is the same as taking the square root. Up 1.86 roughly, or 0.186 meters. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes more sense than what I did.
We both did it halfway. You did one way, and then I thought, oh, maybe it's this way. But I had, if you think about the question, it comes before it rolls off, before it goes over the cliff. It has kinetic energy
Yeah.
in the system. So then you add potential energy to the kinetic energy, and then the spring absorbs it.
I see. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.